keep playing? I continue? I'm done?
Good afternoon, parents. Bonjour, bienvenue. C'est un vrai plaisir de voir les parents ici en personne. We are about ready to begin, so just a couple of mentions of housekeeping before we do. We thank you all for keeping your masks throughout the ceremony. If at any time you feel that you would like to have a break, if you need to use the restroom, the exit sign at the back of the gym, right behind you, there are men's and women's restrooms there. And you're free, obviously, at any time to walk outside just down the stairs where you came in and take a little breather with your mask off if you feel the need. And so, without further ado, I will join your daughters and you will listen for the cue of the bagpipes.
Thank you to Kiara Ferry for the beautiful rendition of O Canada. You may be seated. Members of the Board of Governors, Foundation, parents, friends, members of our esteemed faculty, students, graduates, welcome to the Studies graduation ceremony of 2021. Il me fait plaisir de vous accueillir à la cérémonie de remise des diplômes de l'année 2021. Today, we are here to honor our graduates and to congratulate them on their resilience, effort, and dedication to doing their best at whatever they do. We are all very proud of you today. Today's celebration marks an important milestone in the lives of our grade 11 students. Their journey has been one of history and of tradition and of change as they led up to this special day. A new journey is about to begin for our graduates, and we are happy to see them so well prepared for the next phase in their lives. J'aimerais vous présenter les membres du personnel qui sont sur le stade. Ms. Patricia Briand, directrice du secondaire. Ms. Amanda List, directrice du primaire. Madame Julie Caron, enseignante et titulaire de 11e année, et Ms. Jessica Maroney, enseignante et titulaire de 11e année. I would also like to welcome Mrs. Erica Flores-Ludwig, Chair of the Board of Governors, who is here with us today. A welcome to the following faculty and staff members. Ms. Mona Basnakiam, Interim Director of Athletics and Student Life. Madame Sophie Champagne, Chef du département de français, enseignante de français, école secondaire. Mr. Daniel Fitzpatrick, Senior School Debating, History, and Law teacher. Ms. Sarah Howard, Senior School Science, Advanced Biology, and Chemistry teacher. Mrs. Gina Juju, Head of the Math Department, Senior School Math and AP Calculus teacher. Ms. Marine Kavukjian, Enrichment Specialist. Ms. Amalia Leogas, IT Director. Mrs. Susan Orr Mongeau, Director of Communications and Marketing. Mrs. Anna Palumbo, Head of the Science Department, Science, AP, Chemistry, and Physics teacher. Ms. Joanna Papamiliakis, Senior School Music teacher. Lots of them. Madame Louise Paquin, enseignante de français, école secondaire. Ms. Marla Pinsler, Senior School Guidance Counselor and Academic Advisor. Mrs. Edna Reingewertz, Senior School English teacher. Ms. Jennifer Rosenbaum, Senior School English, Drama, and Dance teacher. Madame Marie-France Sénécal, Chef du département d'Histoire et enseignante d'éducation financière. Mrs. Cynthia Van Frank, Art Department Head, Visual Arts teacher. Welcome also to all staff and faculty who are attending virtually. It is an honor to work with you, and I would like to express my continued appreciation to you as well. At this time, I would like to invite our esteemed Chair of the Study Board of Governors, Mrs. Erica Flores-Ludwig, a study alumna from the class of 1988, and the mother of Michaela from the class of 2016, and Miley, who is currently in grade 8, to offer words of welcome.
Thank you, Ms. McInnes. Invited guests, parents, faculty and staff, students, fellow board members, and the class of 2021. Good afternoon, and what a pleasure it is to welcome you all to this milestone event, your graduating ceremony. Avant de débuter, je voudrais vous dire, au nom du Conseil, merci. We all faced formidable challenges this year, but everyone came together to do their part to keep the doors open, and most importantly, the students happy and learning. It was an exciting first year as chair of the board, and although COVID took many things, I would like to think that they didn't take away the study's rich and varied spirit. La cérémonie de fin de l'année nous donne l'occasion d'une pause et réfléchir sur l'année scolaire qui vient de se clore. Mes réflexions de cette année tiennent compte non seulement d'une année atypique, quelque peu triste, mais surtout un avenir prometteur. I am very proud of what the board accomplished this year despite the situation. Students, faculty, and staff, present and past parents, alumni, and donors collaborated for many, many hours, and we have developed a forward-thinking 5-year strategic plan that will continue growing a strong vision for the school. The document is in its final stages and will be shared in the fall. Nous nous élançons une phase favorable, transitoire. And this is a very visible sign of the vibrancy of our school and its community and our unwavering resolve to push forward. We are committed to the long-term sustainability and to ensuring our school's long-standing, diverse student body and culture that makes modern Quebec so rich, interesting, and attractive. I must make a special mention of appreciation for the incredible support by the parents for the Active Outdoor Learning Spaces project. As we worked on the strategic plan, we kept in mind the notion of remembering our why. And this project is a good example of just that. The OWLS project, as it is referred to now, aims to blend innovative approaches in pedagogy. This is an exceptional expansion project, and it is exciting to see phase 1 completed. Hopefully in September, you will be able to see in person the new look of the front entrance and refreshed landscape. To conclude, I would like to thank Ms. McInnes for her exceptional leadership and enthusiasm. Thank you to all members of her dedicated senior leadership team, especially Amanda List, Elementary School Director, and Patricia Briand, Senior School Director. To the teachers, sachez que nous apprécions tous les efforts que vous faites pour vous assurer que les élèves se sentent en sécurité, motivés et heureux d'être ici à l'école. Thank you very much, and we are very honored to have you here at the study. We are also looking forward to welcoming back Ms. Kim Turcotte-Fruchia as Deputy Head. Her warm personality and extensive administrative experience will be a superb addition to the school community. Now I would like to thank my fellow board members, most of them who cannot be here today, for their hard work and dedication over this past year. Wendy Chu, mother of Chelsea Nunu, class of 24. Jose Kane, who's actually here. Jose, will you please rise? Mother of Audrey, class of 23, and graduate, Alexandra, class of 21. Miss Arabella Decker, mother of Isabella, class of 22, and Matilda, class of 26. Mr. Jean-Guy Desjardins, father of Olivia, class of 23, and Chloe, class of 24. Miss Amanda Eamon, mother of Clementine Castle, class of 28. Miss Samantha Hayes, mother of Jacqueline, class of 22. Mr. Chris Manfredi, father of Sophie, class of 14. Mr. Philip Nolan, father of Sabrina, class of 12. Emily, class of 14, and Gabriella, class of 24. Mr. Michael Shannon, father of former study students Julia and Jennifer. Ms. Regina Visca, mother of Emma Dubroca, class of 17. Mr. Anthony Zitzman, father of Ashley, class of 20. In closing, to the class of 2021. As an old girl myself, I have to say how very moved I am to see all of you here today. I've had various opportunities to speak to you as recently as yesterday at the Soga send-off, and I have seen how you carry yourselves. Not only should you all be very proud, but you should know that you are ready. When Margaret Gascoigne set the foundations for her school in 1915, tutoring the first 6 young women in her study, her aim was to provide quality instruction and a learning environment where girls would flourish, acquire a love of books and knowledge, and a sense of caring for each other and their community. And you have all succeeded and gone above and beyond that. The path is in front of you now, and you are prepared for all the bumps and curves that you will encounter. Remember, you can always come back for anything at all, be it just to visit or to get help networking. There will always be someone here to greet you. Your futures are bright. Good luck to all of you. Félicitations à tous. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ludwig. I would now like to introduce Ms. Jennifer Rosenbaum, who has been selected by the grade 11 students as their speaker this year.
September 2016, Barack Obama was in the White House. Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber's Cold Water was at the top of the music charts. And most of these beautiful graduates and I were walking into high school for the first time at the study. Ms. McInnes, Madame Briand, Ms. List, faculty, parents, and staff, and the cherished graduates I see in front of me. It is my absolute honor to have been asked to speak to you today. Yes, 5 years ago, I too was an excited and anxious soul grappling with my feelings and my cardio as I made my way up Braeside for the front entrance of the school. I can't say that my nerves lasted very long in the face of these bubbly, bouncy kids who loved Diafuffles, performed Langston Hughes's poems with pizzazz, and would yell, "Can I get a Hoya?" whenever given the chance. I think 98% of my parent-teacher interviews that first term was, yes, she seems very comfortable. In fact, so comfortable that her excitement is spilling over to her classmates. Now, although I'm a little sad that you've traded in your Hoyas for much cooler sayings that I'm sure you've learned on Tic-Tac and the Instagrumble, I am in awe of how you've worked your tails off to get to where you are today, sitting as graduates in your final moments as students at this school. The impact you've left on the people within these walls, and especially me, will never be forgotten. If there are two things that I'd like you to walk away with today, it's to try to find joy and to be who you are. There are many reasons why there are movies, songs, shows, and books about the pursuit of happiness. In the 1970s, the country of Bhutan introduced a new concept to the world. Instead of highlighting gross domestic product, which assumes that the purpose in life is to become rich, they chose instead to shift the paradigm to measure their country's gross national happiness instead. They recognized that a better goal to have in life is to strive for happiness instead of wealth. Now fast forward 50 years to today, where this concept has snowballed throughout the world to the point where the UN has declared a World Happiness Day, and even Yale University reported that in reaction to this movement, one of the most popular classes ever is How to Live a Happy Life. So you know if Yale is on board, it's legit. You will be moving on from our cherished school, and you will have to choose between jobs, careers, universities, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, and everything in between. Choose wisely and choose for yourself, not for friends or parents, not because I think it's what I'm supposed to do, but because it's your life that you will live. It will be you learning the subjects that you've selected, your job interviews, your time spent in a career, your home that you'll eventually build one day. It's yours for the taking. Bring people into your life who make you happy, and don't waste time on those who don't. Who brings out the best in you? Who makes you feel your best? Those are the keepers. Brazilian base jumper Marta Empinotti said it best. You need to choose what makes you happy, and this decision might not be the easiest, but it is definitely the right one. Now, in grade 7, we read George by Alex Gino, and on the back of the book were 4 seemingly simple words: be who you are. Sometimes that takes bravery. You'll be faced with this challenge in all phases of your life, as I'm sure you've faced this already, as teens and soon to be young adults, eventually as older adults. You'll ask yourself, who am I? What type of woman or person do I want to be? As women, we're no stranger to the fact that there are many expectations put on us in society. To be pretty, to be polite, to not disrupt, to speak up but not too loud, to have an opinion, just a quiet one, to not rock the boat or ruffle too many feathers. American author Glennon Doyle wrote in her book Love Warrior, every girl must decide whether to be true to herself or true to the world. Every girl must decide whether to settle for adoration or fight for love. We're often faced with the tough decision of, should I say something or let it go? If we stand up for ourselves or for someone else, we're often seen as troublemakers or complainers. But if we say nothing, nothing will ever change. I say, capsize the boat, ruffle those feathers, because in the next decade, whether it's in university, in a boardroom, or at a dining room table, just be your beautiful self. It's not always going to be easy, but to quote my grade 7 English teacher, whose advice still serves me today, what is right is not always what is easy. I think this year was one of the most difficult for many of us. It made me reflect on my life, and I am so happy with the life I've built, especially here at the study. All of you here today have played a part in that, filling my past 5 years with joy. And it's not just as the incredible students you've been in my classes, it's the little things, like holding a door open, or stopping me in the hall to check in and tell me a funny story, or the excitement that a store that only sells rubber ducks has opened up near your house. Now, these moments, they may seem small, but there are countless, and they make our days better, especially in a year where days were often hard. It's also the big things that you've done. You are kind, passionate, and strong, and you don't just talk about what's important to you. You actually take action to make change happen. That is monumental. In this chaotic year alone, you've sparked environmental change through the first ever virtual leadership conference. You've brought much needed awareness surrounding violence against women with the Red Day initiative, and helped our school's GSA to demonstrate our support by mounting an inclusive pride flag for everyone to see. These are but a few of your accomplishments this year, all while juggling your studies and your personal lives. So if that doesn't sound like a group of people whose spirits will crush mountains, then I don't know what will. So as you move forward with the next chapter and new beginning you're embarking on, remember to keep taking those little moments to laugh together and keep being your crazy, incredible selves. We will always be here for you through whatever trials or triumphs you'll face. This will always be your second home. And before shattering any glass ceilings, just give us a little warning so we know to cover our heads. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rosenbaum. Although we could all not be together this year at St. Matthias Church for the annual service, a study tradition, to hear the Reverend Professor Dr. Patricia Kirkpatrick from the class of 1972 speak to the girls, we are delighted that she is able to join us here today, although virtually.
To begin with, let me just say that I am truly delighted to be with you, to share in your joy, even though this is a pre-recorded message and I'm having to imagine what the feel of the room is at the moment, but I think I have a pretty good idea. It's one that is filled with joy. I am also happy that despite our not having an end of year service at St. Matthias, you honored me by including me in these your graduation celebrations. Thank you. I am also pleased to be here to give my thanks and wee tribute to our new head of school, who has brought us through such a chaotic year with equity and bonhomie, someone who has prepared the school for yet another transition and does so with such a gracious generosity. In addition to these words of congratulations, I have two reflections to make about your class, the class of 2021. Both have to do not with you as individuals, but with what you have gone through as part of a larger society. From this moment onwards, your horizons will be greatly enlarged past those previously dictated by family and school. Now, of late, we've heard the word resilience repeated with reference to those who lived through the past 15 months, and I'm sure you all have it. Resilience, that is. If you hadn't, you wouldn't be here to tell the tale. So is that the takeaway from our having lived through COVID-19? Is resilience now a sought-after character trait? Is that it? There are, of course, more than one takeaway from this experience of this past year. I'm going to focus on two of them in order to highlight what makes your class so very special, at least in my mind. The first takeaway is that during the past year, we have been allowed to reflect on death. As a society, we had learned not to speak of death, except perhaps in hushed tones. It had almost become a taboo subject. In fact, many individuals would have suggested that death had become a taboo subject, something you know is there, but you don't talk about, at least not in polite society. As a consequence, I would suggest to you we had almost forgotten how to talk about our humanity. Because if there is one thing common among being human, about being human, it is being mortal. Our mortality, our dying, makes us human. We will die. No matter how privileged and entitled you may be, you are like everyone else in this fundamental aspect. Forget this and you forget your humanity. Forget your humanity and you will begin to think yourself a god, capable through some magnificence of self to overcome any and all adversities and doing whatever you please, no matter who or what you harm on the way. Strangely enough, we have the science to destroy the world and life on it, but we do not have the science sufficient enough to forestall death for eternity. We are not immortal. Remember your mortality. Remember your humanity. And you will be more likely to remember the plight of other human beings, many of whom are in desperate need of your help. And by grasping your own mortality, you will stand a better chance at becoming empathetic. Without empathy, there is no love of neighbor. Your self-understanding, and therefore your self-love, is only enriched when you take on board what your life would be like in relation to your death. Because the goal is to love your neighbor as yourself. So in my mind, you will be remembered as the class who watched death, and in the watching, began to know your own mortality. Perhaps you didn't speak of it that way, but perhaps now you won't be so reticent to talk about death. And in this very small way, you will have learned what it is to be human. You, therefore, are the class, in my mind, of taboo breakers. The second takeaway has to do with memory. Just as we were beginning to realize that things were going back to the way they were before the pandemic, back, that is, to normal, as recently as last month came the revelation that things had not changed and that we were going back into a world that was prepared, in fact, to forget its humanity. Bad enough, this business of climate change, as hundreds of thousands clambered into planes to visit loved ones they had not been allowed to fly to for over a year. The carbon footprint was now back with a vengeance. Bad enough that the racism that killed Mr. George Floyd was continuing through the enactment of racist policies enacted through the legislatures of our neighbors to the south. And then the double whammy came the revelation. A graveyard with some 215 indigenous children like yourselves, who had been buried by Roman Catholic Church authorities, had been discovered in the Kamloops. On that day, as Canadians, we found out that 215 residential school children had not gone home. On that day, we found out that the parents of those children never knew what had happened to them. And on that day, we realized that no one could be found who had the records with these children's names. Yours is the class that came to know its humanity and death, the taboo breakers, and recognized how vital are the memory keepers of our society. The science of climate change is still not being heeded. The enormity of racism is being given systemic legitimacy. Patriarchal ways of governing relationships which sustain violence against women continue, and the racism displayed throughout our history as a nation from 1867 until the last residential school was shut in 1997 has been riddled with settler mentality of such violence as to make anything we might say in response by way of explanation empty, meaningless, in fact, fatuous. These things are allowed to happen and continue to happen because we forget our humanity and begin thinking of ourselves as not responsible for our neighbor. I will remember you, the class of 2021, not as the largest class in living memory, not as the class with resilience, not as the class that lived through COVID, though all these things are true, but rather as the class of memory keepers and taboo breakers. Yours is the first class in a long time, some might say 76 years, to have lived through a period when we were given another chance to remember our humanity as a society. My prayer is that you will have the courage to seek justice and correct the wrongs of previous generations with an empathetic love that will allow you to broaden your horizons and let the marginalized into your world. Oh, I will remember you, each one of you, as the class of 2021. Now, there are always important traditions that we ought not to forget. And as it was the case last year, we're still practicing social distancing. And so this particular tradition is going to require your imagination, because I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And because we're practicing social distancing, you're going to have to imagine that you're taking your classmates' hands, one on either side. And as you do that in your imagination, I'm going to ask you to remember sometime in the future when you feel at a loss and think that no one else cares, and you become even more lonely than you were when you first began thinking about it, and even sadder. Remember this moment when you dared to hold your classmates' hands in your mind. And know that you have a friend for life, no matter where, no matter what, no matter when. At the study, you grew even more courageous in asking for help. At the study, you learned how to give that help. Therefore, as Holy Scriptures of all the world's religions have expressed, you learned in no small way how to love your neighbor as yourself. You will go now on the wings of eagles into the world with that courage to remember your humanity. In no small way, you will help a society that so desperately needs the steadfast, loving kindness which only such a humanity can deliver. So go forth now and love.
Thank you, Reverend Kirkpatrick. We will now continue with our prizes for academic achievement. Please stand when your name is called. Le prix Pierre Elliott Trudeau est octroyé à un élève du secondaire qui maîtrise les 2 langues officielles du pays. Nos gagnantes sont Kai Emino et Gloria Perez. Congratulations, Kai and Gloria. The Bonier Language Prize is presented to a grade 11 student who has shown outstanding ability in languages. This year's winner is Sophie Gelina. Congratulations, Sophie. And now, for the next prize, I would like to call on Ms. List.
Thank you, Ms. McInnes. The Schweitzer Science Prize is given to a grade 11 student who excels in science. This year's winner is Sophie Gelina. Congratulations, Sophie. The St. Mary's Girls for the Cure Student Leadership Award is awarded to a student who embodies leadership, volunteerism, integrity, and citizenship, has demonstrated a passion for issues related to women throughout her participation in Girls for the Cure, and has a desire to continue to pay it forward by supporting those around her on an ongoing basis. This year's award is presented to Alexa Joanna Argidis. Congratulations, Alexa. The Diane Fry Prize for Mathematics is awarded to the student with the highest average in mathematics in grade 11. Our winner of this award is Jialin Ding. Congratulations, Jialin. Le prix HEC est un prix d'excellence décerné aux élèves du secondaire québécois qui font preuve d'aptitude entrepreneuriale, de leadership et de persévérance. Ce prix est décerné à Claire Dadoun. Félicitations, Claire. Congratulations to the entire graduating class. I wish you continued success. I will now turn this over to Ms. McInnes.
Thank you. The Nancy Perez Environmentalism Award is in memory of Nancy Perez, alumna from the class of '88, and is awarded to a graduating student who demonstrates excellence in environmental stewardship. This award is given to Abigail Sofin. Congratulations, Abigail. The Vail Prize for Academic Achievement was established by a study parent and past board chair, Mr. John Vail. This award is given to a grade 11 student who has achieved the highest overall mark on the April report card. The Vail Prize recipient is Sophie Gelina. Congratulations, Sophie. The Study Prize for Academic Promise. Dedicated and devoted to her studies and the most reliable of students, The winner of the Study Prize for Academic Promise shows great potential for future success. The Study Prize for Academic Promise is awarded to Denai Christopoulos. Congratulations, Denai. Of our 40 graduates, 16 are study lifers. These students have attended the study throughout all of their elementary and secondary school years, including kindergarten. They will now share a brief, well, maybe not quite so brief, presentation about their experiences at the study. I invite the following study lifers to the microphones, please. Emma Ashigian, Sarah Campo, Denai Christopoulos, Sophia Darmo Cavalier, Arwin Fang, Kiara Ferry, Justine Mercier, Juliette Parsikivas, Mia Sue, Talia Trottenberg, Alexandra Kane, Bianca Maselli, Leah Bishop, Isabella Dennis, Katrina Bruno, and Sophia Crean. Okay, you may now begin.
12 years ago, I stepped foot into this gym for the very first time. I sat down with my 15 study sisters and listened to my very first assembly. I noticed all the students, and like any other 5-year-old, I was nervous. I was shy and scared because I didn't know what was going to happen or if I was going to make any friends. Today, I look back and think to myself, these past 12 years with these lovely and intelligent young ladies have shaped me into the person I am today and have given me the best memories I could ever have. This all started in kindergarten, where Madame Lin and Miss Cassirer taught us the alphabet and allowed us the very great privilege of nap time. I think I speak for everyone when I say that we should still be granted that privilege, Miss McInnes and Madame Briand. We sang the "Goodbye, the Day is Over" song every single day, and before I knew it, Katrina, Talia, Sarah, Alex, Sophia, Denai, Leah, Arwen, Bella, Justine, Juliette, Kiara, Mia, and I were all set for grade 1. I cannot imagine my life without Bianca Maselli. Her intuition and her drive is astonishing. Her sense of humor and her ability to make any hard or sad situation seem light and funny is admirable. Bianca, I still remember all of our stupid arguments and how we were, and maybe still are, nicknamed the old married couple. This nickname hides no lies and really describes our relationship. Like a couple, we are always there for each other, and we seem to always get along, but accompanied with many disagreements. I cannot even imagine having a different debating partner, although we are constantly getting into silly fights about what is right or wrong minutes before our speaking times. I can't wait to see what the future holds for such a passionate and driven young girl like you.
Sophia, it's been 12 years, and somehow we're still watching Disney movies every chance we get. I could talk for days about what an inspiring and incredible person you are, but I think anyone would agree. Whenever Sophia's around, she is sure to make you laugh, all while being the most empathetic and easygoing person I know, always ready to help others. Sophia, knowing you, I am confident you'll go on to do such incredible things. Goodbyes are certainly not the end, and do not, even for a second, think this means you'll finally be free from going to A&W with me at midnight just for chicken nuggets. I am so, so proud of you, and wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, I hope it makes you happy because you truly deserve it.
Kiara Ferry, my birthday twin since day one. I could talk about you and our friendship for hours, but I'll try and keep it short and sweet for the occasion. You amaze me every day. Kiara is not only one of the most talented, smart, hardworking people, but also so good at all sports and involved in so many co-curricular activities. I am so incredibly proud of you. From bug-loving kindergartner to the coolest skater girl, I'm so grateful to have seen you grow into the beautiful and determined soul that you are and will continue to be. I will always be there for you and to hype you up while seeing the amazing things you'll accomplish and do in your future.
Isabella Dennis. I have known Isabella for over 12 years. Through the years, she has blossomed into an incredible person who I'm glad to call my friend. We have shared so many memories together, from hanging out on field trips to walking the halls after French class, to simply watching movies downtown. One thing I love about Isabella is that she is so perseverant. Whenever obstacles interrupt her path, she finds her way around them. The thing I most appreciate about our friendship is that after so many years, we remain such great friends and are comfortable discussing our beliefs with one another. Bella, thank you for being such an amazing friend, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Where do I even begin to talk about Katrina? Katrina, you have grown into such a kind and wonderful person who I am lucky to call my friend. It has been so nice getting to know you the last 12 years, and you have made this journey so much more special. From all the play dates in elementary school, to walking to the movie theater or Starbucks after exams, or to just walking through the halls during double French, I can honestly say that some of those were the most enjoyable moments for me. I have no doubt that you will do extraordinary things in your life. I will miss you so much next year, and I cannot wait to see what life has in store for you.
Deny. Where do I start? You have always been my best friend. In 12 years, a lot has happened. However, the most memorable moments were probably in the last 5 years, where I got to know you even better. Through choir trips to New York and Toronto, or even simply watching funny videos at recess sitting on our bench, these are the memories that I will cherish forever. I know that next year we won't be going to the same school, but I really hope we'll keep in contact. You're gonna do great things in life because you work so hard and you're really smart. Thank you for the last 12 years. They were the best. I'm gonna miss you so much.
Leah is the most incredible and strongest person I know, and I am so grateful to have her in my life and to be able to call her my best friend. Although she often cannot see it herself, her drive and determination is so inspiring and pushes me to work harder every single day and to be a better me. She's also the funniest person I know and never fails to make me laugh, no matter the ridiculous joke. Leah, even though you love my family more than me, I'm still so excited to see what the future holds for us. I can't wait for many more vacations, music videos, and ridiculous Halloween costumes. I love you, Lee.
Talia is one of the most talented girls I know. From all of her success in debating to her involvement in every school sport offered, there's no one else that I can think of that is as hardworking, determined, and kind. Thank you for being my grade 5 badminton partner, and there's no one else in this world that I would have wanted to lose all our matches with. And we did so with pride. Can't wait to see what the next 12 years have in store for us.
Alex, Wow, 12 years and we're finally graduating. I'm so glad I can say I watched you grow from throwing tantrums on the recess playground to the person you are today, who still occasionally throws tantrums when things don't go her way. Alex is determined, always keen to defend her friends and never afraid to prove anyone wrong. She's always trying to make people laugh and smile. I'll never forget Miss Osnakian's confused yet fond expression when we gave her the pink, fluffy, singing birthday card we bought. Even if we are graduating, our adventures will not be ending. I look forward to more 5 a.m. wake-up calls to see the sunrise with you. I'm so excited to see what the future holds because I know no matter what, you will do amazing things.
Sophia and I have made countless memories together ever since the first day we met. From having our zoo-themed birthday party in 2nd grade to writing an inspiring and outstanding poem for Miss Maroney, I've cherished all the great times we've had together and all the laughs we've shared, and I know that there will be many more to come. Over the years, she has never failed to make me laugh and has inspired me with her positivity and motivation. I know that wherever Sophia decides to go in the future, she'll take her creativity and dedication along with her. Thank you for making it my time at the study so memorable and for being there for me through it all.
For those of you that don't know, Emma and I were nicknamed the old married couple by our elementary school math teacher, Miss Lorenzetti. Little did we know that as kids who got into a disagreement on the first day of kindergarten, we would channel that chemistry into being debating partners in high school. If that's not a picture-perfect coming-of-age story, I don't know what is. Not only have Emma and I been at school together for the past 12 years, we also voluntarily spend more time together outside of school, like on the soccer team and tournaments, honorable mention to King City and Sandsedge trips. I know Emma will channel her passion, dedication, and intelligence into all her future academic and personal endeavors.
Sarah Campo, or Sarah, is the person I think of when talking about school spirit, positivity, and kindness. As our head girl, she has done so many great things for the school, but I've had the honor of knowing her as one of my closest friends and the only person who can cheer me up when I'm down. Sarah, my birthday twin, you are absolutely perfect, a sewing goddess, and such a fashion icon. From sharing our 6th birthday party to sharing the stage at the school play, you make all of my study memories a lot better. Your smile lights up the room, and I'm sad just thinking about not being able to see you in school next year. I'm so proud of the intelligent, kind, and passionate person you've become, and I know that whether you become a big fashion designer, a professional dancer, or anything else, you will go on to do amazing things.
When I think about my time with Juliet at the study, it's hard not to think of all of the questionable moments we had on the playground and annoying our teachers together. Whether it be making silly posters for our teachers or gifting bad water to Miss Boznakian, there's truly never been a dull moment. I am so thankful for all the memories we've shared over the past 12 years, and I'm so grateful to be able to call you my friend. I know you will bring your creativity, enthusiasm, and wit to all your future endeavors, and I'm so excited for what the next 12 years hold for you. You are a constant inspiration to everyone around you, and I know you will continue to accomplish amazing things.
It's hard to think of my years at the study without thinking of my lifelong best friend, Justine. We have spent almost every moment at the study together, whether it was at band and choir trips, Model UN, the play, or spending every single recess at our bench. Seriously though, we could all agree, that's the Deny and Justine bench. I'll never forget all the nights we spent together on FaceTime and all the laughs we shared in and out of school. You are so sweet, funny, and intelligent, and you will do amazing things in the future. I am so glad to have shared incredible moments with you over the past 12 years. I wouldn't have had such a great experience at the study if it weren't for you, so thank you. I wish you all the best for the future and hope we stay in touch next year.
Hold on. There you go. Mia, I have nothing to say to you. Because imagine knowing someone for so long that when you play in band together, you sound like one single instrument. True story, happened once, very freaky. I'm not the one for niceties and tugging at heartstrings, so let's keep this short and sweet. You're a person that exists.
I've known Arwen for 12 years now, and surprisingly, we're still friends. I just want to say thanks for buying me all that boba, fried chicken, and ice cream throughout the years, and I'm sure I owe you hundreds of dollars by now. I'll be seeing you around next year, so you better still have boba for me. See you then.
Grade 1. By the time we reached grade 1, our 6- and 7-year-old selves were ready to face the world. Miss Berger and Madame Rodier guided us through such an important stage in our lives, always making sure to take good care of us. They somehow made addition and subtraction fun and found creative ways to encourage us, such as the traffic light system, where we each had a worm that was placed on a green, yellow, or red apple. Through it all, we learned quite a few valuable lessons that year. From learning how to count to writing our very own stories, to trying to carry a pumpkin when apple picking that was honestly bigger than we were. This new, scary school started to seem not so scary after all.
Grade 2, where do I start? We were turning 7 and 8 years old. Curious and energetic, we were ready to take on our last year of Cycle 1 with Miss B and Madame Mélanie as our teachers. On a appris comment écrire en lettres attachées. On a fait des montgolfières et un projet sur notre animal préféré. Our reading skills got stronger, while new juicy words were added to our vocabulary. The songs of the year were Toi plus moi et ça fait rire les oiseaux, as we blessed everyone when performing these songs at assembly. We have grown a lot since grade 2, and although the career we chose for our dream job project may have changed, we will, of course, always remember how to stay mindful and how to use a rain stick.
Grade 3 was a year to remember. Many students in our graduating class have vivid memories of the Greek mythology project we did in Miss Anne's class. We consumed food of the gods, aka nectar and ambrosia, aka Fruit Loops and apple juice. We all came dressed up as one god or significant character in the Greek mythology profile that we had to do a project on. I came dressed up as Medusa and had pipe cleaners attached onto my hair. Many would agree this was one of the most significant memories of our grade 3 experience at the study. Along our field trip to an Iroquois village that was no longer habited, the grandson of one of the village members taught us how to sing songs in the native language of the people that had once lived there. We got to walk around and visit the longhouses and experience their culture and lifestyle. I'm so proud I got the opportunity to experience so many great memories with my classmates.
Grade 4 was such an eventful year full of new additions and fun memories. We had our first ministry exam with Madame Mercier, ate lots of mince courtesy of Miss Lewis, and took a school trip to Petit Bonier. We took part in so many fun activities like ringuette, campfire with s'mores, tasting bannock for the first time, cross-country skiing, as well as hanging out in each other's rooms. No matter how much time goes by, we will never forget the fun we had there. Finally, who could forget the best parts of grade 4, Gloria and Joyce?
Joyce came in as the shy girl who didn't talk much, but over the last few years, she has changed so much and gained a voice, and she is someone that we all look up to and that we trust when we are in need or when we just have a craving for candy. Last but not least, we have Gloria, who has grown to be one of our best friends and has such a kind and genuine personality. She is always willing to go above and beyond to help out the people that she cares about, And we definitely would not have made it the last few years without her, and we can never imagine our life at the study without her. Thank you, Gloria, for being the person that you are and never change. We will miss you both so much next year.
Grade 5 was a year full of fun, laughs, and memories. I don't think any of us will forget our incredible trip to Quebec City, where we took a cruise ship to Gros Cid, went bowling, and walked all around the city. This trip brought us all so much closer. Most importantly, we were welcomed with 2 new students who made our high school career infinitely better, Laura and Leah. Laura, whether you're working on a school play, being able to flex your crazy knowledge of Shakespeare, or telling us about your crazy horseback riding stories, you never fail to amaze us, and we're so glad to have gotten to know you throughout the years. Even though it hurts me to admit it, you are the superior badminton player. However, I'll never stop asking you for a rematch.
Now, our dear friend Lily Mill, aka Miss Leah Anique Milner. Not only are you an incredible gymnast and baker, but you are also so ambitious, and we know that one day you will achieve your dreams of moving to the suburbs of Alberta and owning your own cheese store. I think I can speak for the both of us when I say that you truly are a superstar. Even though your name wasn't picked to be the Milner's Wi-Fi password out of your 2 other siblings, you'll still always be the favorite in our book, and we'd make your name our household's Wi-Fi password any day of the week. Leah, all of your hard work and intelligence will take you so far in all of your future endeavors. We love you both so much, and to many more years of friendship.
Then came grade 6. Our last year of elementary school. We were the most important and the oldest. We were the role models for the other grades. High school was a completely different world away that we were so excited for. That year, we visited Ottawa, where we saw the Parliament building, went to museums, and rode our bikes around the canal. We also went to the Byward Market and explored all the amazing items available. That was the year that Miriam Krim and Cindy Penn joined us. Upon first meeting Cindy, I was surprised by her extremely outgoing personality, but I am now thankful to have such a bubbly person in my life. I will miss playing basketball with you. Miriam is one of the most tenacious and strong-willed people I know. She's always ready to share her opinions about politics she's interested in. I will never forget those late nights with you in grade 9 trying to finish our tech car. I wish you both all the best.
Ah yes, grade 7, the year where our skirts were still of proper length and we hadn't yet experienced late start. If you're thinking to yourself, wow, I can barely remember what grade 7 was like, let me paint you a picture to help jog your memory. It's 5 business days before the highly anticipated grade 7-8 dance. You use your iPod or iPhone that you got for safety purposes to call up a friend, where you then spend a solid 30 minutes contemplating on what you were both going to wear. Are the painfully awkward memories coming back, or do I need to get into more specific details? Nonetheless, these memories would not be nearly as significant if we weren't accompanied by the 10 wonderful new study girls that joined us in grade 7. In this year of new beginnings, we welcomed Joanna, Sophia Digi, Marielle, Kai, Claire, Olivia, Erin, Meenakshi, Abby, and Serena to our study family.
When we first met Joanna Argytis, we were a bit taken aback by the fact that she owned a very large python. But we then discovered the Joanna that we know and love. A determined and hardworking model student, Joanna never fails to blow us away with her intellectual abilities, not to mention she has an immaculate sense of humor and, of course, the most enviable grad photo. Whether she's Alexa or Joanna, she'll always be someone you can count on to help you study right before a test or share a dramatic but hilarious story.
The basketball prodigy, the one who we will always remember as the girl with the money socks and monkey emoji sweatshirt, the one and only Sophia Digenova. After having the pleasure of working with Sophia on and off the court, she never fails to use her competitive nature as an asset to all her work. I have no doubt that she will make her mark on the court next year and unleash her creativity in all she wishes to achieve.
It was hard to miss Abby upon her arrival in grade 7. Her vibrant hair color is much like her vibrant personality. Her endless amount of energy and enthusiasm always made dance club a blast. Abby can always be spotted photographing absolutely everything on her miniature camera or showing off her spike ball skills. Other than that, she's an exceptional student who has demonstrated her hard work and determination over the years.
Kai is someone you can always count on for words of encouragement and will always empathize with you if you need. More importantly, she always has a handy Advil bottle in reach. She has demonstrated a continuous care for others and has always been an asset to our grade for the past 5 years. I wish her a fruitful future and for her to stay true to the creative and kind person she is.
We all know Claire as a super hardworking and creative student. There's nothing Claire can't do when it comes to art projects. Many of us rock Claire's custom jewelry, which is one of the many things she can make. Along with that, she's a super caring, hilarious, and supportive friend who we are all so grateful to have had at the study. None of us will ever forget Claire, especially since we have her initials on our water bottles.
Olivia is definitely one of the most entertaining people to be around. She never fails to make you laugh through whatever funny story she has to share. A fan favorite is probably the fact that she slid straight into bird feces while playing soccer on a rainy day. As incredibly heroic as that sounds, she's probably going to hate me for bringing that up. I wish Olivia all the best in the years to come and hope that anyone she meets can get to see the side of Olivia we all know and love.
Erin really impresses us all with her incredible skills in math, science, art, basically every subject. Erin can be seen strutting her stuff with her magnificent handmade bubble tea handbag in the art class design project video. Her creativity and wits are not the only thing about Erin that makes her awesome. She constantly cracks sarcastic jokes throughout the day that really give everyone a good laugh.
Meenakshi. Meenakshi has always come off as a creative and attentive student, and I'm glad she was able to showcase that as art co-head this year. I hope to see her continue to excel in her fields of interest. Although I have not shared many classes with her, I was always able to recognize her good-hearted and cooperative nature.
When Marielle and I first met when we were paired up as buddies during the 2016 Leadership Conference, we spoke about 5 words to each other during the whole day. As dramatic as it sounds, this awkward interaction was only the beginning of an unbreakable bond. We share a wide variety of inside jokes and a sense of humor that no one may ever understand. Over the past 5 years, I've gotten to know her as one of the most caring, compassionate, and resilient people I know, and I'm so grateful to call her my best friend.
Last but not least, Serena Cohen. I don't think Serena and I have ever sat in a class where the teachers didn't have to separate us. Although that was probably not fun for our teachers, I am forever grateful for the memories we share. Over the last 5 years, I have witnessed Serena flourish and break out of her comfort zone. I know that next year she will stay true to her kind-hearted nature and attain whatever goals she puts her mind to. I wish her the absolute best and hope to continue making unforgettable memories together.
Grade 8 was one of the most relaxing years of high school. We were somewhat adapted to this new lifestyle and felt ready to take on whatever was to come our way. We all got the chance to participate in our first school science fair. We also had the grade 7 and 8 dances, which required just as big a preparation and dedication as the year before, if not more. We would take hours planning out how we would make our appearances, only to stand in the big gym for a few hours and do absolutely nothing. That might have been the most awkward part of that year, but thankfully we had Sophie come join us halfway through. Though relatively quiet, Sophie never hesitates to voice her opinion. She's so smart, and we're so lucky to have her with us.
Grade 9 was a big year for everyone. We had to make some choices about our future, such as which art courses to take and which science levels to take. It was overall a pretty stressful year, but it was made better by the 5 new students that decided to join us. Sherry came to us all the way from the States, and I can now say that she was one of my closest friends. You blew us away with your super saxophone skills, and we will never forget that performance in the school play. Sherry, you are so amazing, and always so creative and energetic, and I'm so glad that you decided to spend the last 3 years with us. Ada also joined us in grade 9, and she is such a social and positive person. She is always ready to share a fun story with all of us, and is one of the funniest people I know. LCC will be lucky to have you next year, and I'm so excited to see what you will do next. Jenny is the next person that came to us in grade 9. Jenny is so sophisticated and kind. She is also an incredible dancer, as we saw at the dance performance in grade 9. Jenny, you are so talented, and I'm so lucky to be graduating alongside you. Anna also decided to join us that year. Anna, though quiet, is incredibly smart and is such an amazing artist. Her drawings are absolutely inspiring, and I'm so honored to be graduating next to her. Finally, Yu Chen also joined us in grade 9. Though we have never gotten close, she is such an amazing person and a very incredible artist. I know she will go far in life, and I can't wait to see what she does. These girls joined us on some great experiences, such as our Dukoved trip, which sure was an interesting experience, but there is no better way to get to know someone than camping in the woods for 3 days. The CIAS soccer trip also was a great experience that we had this year, along with Ski Day and Peter and the Starcatcher senior play.
In grade 10, we welcomed our second Cindy. While Cindy's time with us here was short, from the start, Cindy has graced us with her amazing math, science, artistic, and musical skills. Cindy is one of the sweetest and kindest people we've had the pleasure of getting to know and is always there to lend a helping hand. Grade 10 was a year of unprecedented events. The study had their first ever community service trip to the Galapagos Islands. Our grade participated in Model UN for the first and last time, and we were supposed to be a part of Matilda the musical, but COVID-19 abruptly interrupted us halfway through the year.
We missed out on many events, such as band and choir trip, cupcake wars, and ministry exams. Woohoo! But despite everything, we adapted to the circumstances, proving once again that study girls are ready for anything and everything. While online school seemed like a blessing at first, waking up 5 minutes before class, no uniform, eating whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted, we soon realized that we would much rather have spent the second half of the year together at school. Earth Club was still super active and organized fun activities for us during Earth Week. Mr. Hester's Walk Around Australia initiative kept the entire study family happy and healthy, and Student Council organized an exciting Second Spirit Week that had everyone dressed up in funny costumes for class.
In grade 11, we were introduced to Ella Zednick. We only got to know her for 1 year, but from this short amount of time, she's shown us that she's an incredibly thoughtful and caring friend. And everyone is so happy to have gotten to know you, and we wish you all the best next year. Grade 11 was an interesting year. We were quarantined at home for at least half of it, but thankfully things were starting to return to normal, and we still had the chance to participate in all the great clubs and activities, such as the junior and senior play, co-directed by Joanna, Laura, and I, our newly formed BioSTEM club led by Mia and Miriam, the leadership conference, and many more.
This year's Student Council came up with a bunch of great initiations, such as allowing students to wear leggings during free dress and the Red Shirt Day event. Thanks to the GSA Club, our school also now proudly hangs a pride flag. Despite these amazing initiatives, the stress of CJEP applications still hit us mid-February. Thankfully, we managed to overcome these obstacles with each other's help.
Throughout the year, we enjoyed Miss Maroney's anecdotes in English class and Mr. Hester's Strava runs, despite how challenging they were.
Mr. D's PowerPoints never failed to amuse us, and Madame Joujou's mall sessions were always incredibly helpful, and the only reason I passed math first term. Yeah. This memorable year has now finally come to an end, and while we're excited to see what's ahead, our time at the study is something we'll never forget.
To end off with one of my favorite Japanese proverbs, hold on, Yume wo akiramete shinde kure, which roughly translates to, we're strong enough to have survived. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you for sharing your special memories with us, girls. We now have a special video prepared by our kindergarten classes. I would now ask that our teachers present the T-shirts to our lifers. Okay, you may be seated. Thank you. The positions of head girl and sub-head girl are important and challenging ones. The girls are called upon to act as school ambassadors on numerous occasions, to represent the student body, to plan and to orchestrate school events, to act as role models for the rest of the school, all this while continuing to maintain their excellent academic standing and full co-curricular life. This year's head girl, Sarah Campo, has led the school through one of the most extraordinary years in its history, and she has done so with grace. Thoughtful and kind, Sarah will be remembered for her continued perseverance and her energetic spirit, whether she was announcing, "All rise," over Google Meet for each assembly, or meeting with student council to find ways of keeping her fellow students engaged throughout the year, Sarah always approached each day with positivity and a smile. Sarah has been a model head girl. Congratulations on an excellent job, Sarah. Denai Christopoulos' wonderful organizational skills made her perfect for the role of sub-head girl. Denai's calm and even disposition served her well as she navigated the many unexpected challenges faced this year. Always ready to represent the school in a perfectly prepared uniform and a ready smile, Denai will be remembered for her loyalty to the school throughout her years at the study. Congratulations on a fine job, Denai. I would now ask that Sarah and Denai come to make their final presentation to the school together.
Waka waka wa, waka waka wa,
That is how our first presentation together at this study started 10 years ago at the talent show.
Today, we're giving our very last speech together as head and subhead girl.
Good afternoon, Ms. McInnes, Madame Briand, Ms. List, staff, faculty, fellow studies students, parents, guests watching the live stream, and our dear graduating class of 2021.
We know that this was not the graduating year you all expected. The studies class of 2021 did not only experience heart dissections, all-nighters on FaceTime trying to figure out a math problem, and making new friends in the panini line, but we lived through a global pandemic. We're graduating at a time where the question became, will I be able to go to school next week, or will I be stuck at home? It's been a different year, that's for sure. We missed various occasions, events, and we missed each other as we were always split between the two classes. Who would have thought the day would come when we would get in trouble for talking to a friend in the other class in the hallways? Despite all this, we were always positive. This year's graduating class is not one who sees the glass half empty. We overcame obstacles and challenges while continuing to always support, encourage, and praise one another's accomplishments. We became stronger together, and we finally did it. We're graduating.
When writing this speech, Denai and I were not quite sure where to start. It's wild to look back at all the memories, to see how far we have all come, and how fast the years flew by.
I mean, it seems like just yesterday, Sophia Darmo was helping me reach things in the top compartment of my locker.
Qui aurait pensé que Erin et Yu-Chen sont arrivés à The Study sans connaître le français? Aujourd'hui, on penserait qu'elles parlent cette langue depuis toujours. Brainstorming and writing this speech was not the easiest, not because we're so amazing that there are just too many good things to say, but because we needed to make sure to represent our diverse group. First, we have the poets of the grade, Sophia and Juliet, who created their unique poem, to say the least, which was thoroughly annotated by Miss Maroney. Let's just say Fletcher's Odyssey is no basic poem.
Les desserts savoureux de Léa et d'Olivia, nos pâtissières de haute gamme, sont l'équivalent de ceux de Gordon Ramsay pour nous, et nous sommes certaines qu'elles pourraient gagner MasterChef.
If you ever came to our class during lunch, Leah will either be found with 4 lunch boxes, or talking about her love for Danette puddings, or bagels, or she'll be saying, after every bite of her lunch. You can also find her with Serena, teaching the whole class their very elaborate and not repetitive at all dance. A huge thanks to the prefects for avoiding fights over who gets lunch first. And I cannot even put into words how much respect I have for Katrina's love and passion and hustle for her plants.
And you know that when Sophie, Mia, or Anna raise their hands in class, there's either a mistake on the board or a super intelligent new perspective on our English class discussion is about to be presented.
Our grade is full of outgoing and strong leaders. Student Council, it has been a pleasure to work with you throughout the past year. Virtual assemblies was not exactly what we expected, but in the end, our teamwork made it all a success. Our many house heads and house subheads never stopped spreading school spirit and organized their very last sports day.
Alex and Claire, our leadership conference co-chairs, assembled an interesting and inspiring conference that none of us will ever forget. As tech head, Joyce always made sure our tummies were stuffed with sweets at recess, and she made sure you paid her, as the proceeds would go to the grad committee led by Talia. Although Girls for the Cure was a bit different this year, Joanna put together a fun event that brought awareness and raised money for cancer research.
And don't get me started on how talented our grade is. From Meenakshi's drawing notebook, to Kai's gorgeous art, even on a shirt, Cindy P. and Cindy D's music, and photographs made and taken by the artists of our grade. You all never cease to amaze me. If you hear Mozart-level piano playing in music class or singing from someone in the halls, you just know it's Chiara.
You will find many different personalities in this grade, but we all have so much respect for each other.
Class of 2021 started with 16 kindergartners who are now lifers and who met 24 beautiful, talented, smart, determined, and caring people along the way. Whether you've been at the study for 12 years, 5 years, only 1 year, or as long as Emma's had her knee brace for, I think we can all agree that we've created a very strong bond. We all worked so hard to be here today. We stuck together and always hyped each other up.
Mes années à The Study n'ont pas toujours été faciles, loin de là. Mais être entourée de ces merveilleuses personnes à mes côtés, tous les jours, fait que la montée de la colline Braeside chaque matin en valait la peine. Je suis extrêmement reconnaissante de vous avoir toutes rencontrées et vues grandir en des individus créatifs, humbles et formidables, qui sont si passionnés et qui n'ont pas peur de s'exprimer et de défendre en ce qu'elles croient. Je suis si fière des fortes et magnifiques leaders que vous êtes devenus et continuez de devenir, tout en restant fidèles à vous-même avec un courage et une énergie rayonnante.
As this chapter of our lives is coming to an end, we want to thank everyone who has helped us so much throughout our journey and years at the study. Thank you to our teachers for enlightening us on things like calculus, Freud's theories, and so much more. All of you have helped us grow into the people we are today, and we could never thank you enough for your efforts, for trusting us, and believing in our potential and helping us fulfill it. Thank you to our parents, because we know that we wouldn't have made it here without your support. And finally, thank you to the graduating class of 2021. These past 12 years would not have been as amazing as they were if it wasn't for the inspiring group of girls that sit before me today.
We will all miss you so much, and I know I will always cherish our memories, laughs, and moments together forever in my heart. Remember, all you have to do is krrr, and we will find our way back to each other, and we will always be there for one another. Finally, I wish you all the best for the future, and we know that you will always succeed in anything you put your minds to. And with that, congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Thank you, and congratulations, Sarah and Janai. And now I'd like to speak about our sports captain. Sophia Digenova was faced with the ultimate challenge this year, taking on the role of sports captain in a year where students were unable to compete. Being the competitive athlete that she is, Sophia did not let the situation dampen her spirit, and instead took on a stronger role in helping the rest of the student council plan activities and represent the school whenever possible. Despite her on-court competitive nature, Sophia is a kind-hearted, thoughtful student who will be remembered as a friend to all. Sophia, would you please stand, and please join me in congratulating our sports captain, Sophia Digenova. Congratulations, Sophia, and I will now turn this over to Ms. Bonier.
So we must also recognize the efforts of our other student council members. Please stand when I call your name. This year's treasurer, Olivia Lopez. Our entertainment prefect, Arwen Fang. Elementary school prefect, Leah Milner. Our secretary, Jenny Lynn. Congratulations and thank you all for your extraordinary efforts over what has been an extraordinary year. Special awards. This following award recognizes student involvement in the community. The grade 11 class prize is donated by the Litvak family and is presented to a grade 11 student selected by her peers for outstanding contribution and dedication to the entire school community. This year's grade 11 class prize goes to Leah Milner. Congratulations, Leah.
Merci, Madame Briand. The Lieutenant Governor's Award. In addition to academic achievement, the Lieutenant Governor's Award highlights dedication to the community and to personal achievements. This award has been created with the purpose of recognizing the merits of our resourceful, altruistic, and dedicated students. The Honorable J. Michel Doyon, our Lieutenant Governor, recently announced these awards. At the study, the recipient of this year's Lieutenant Governor's Award is Bianca Maselli. Bravo, Bianca. I would ask that Ms. Briand please come up to the podium.
The Eve Marshall Award is presented to a student who best represents the ideals of the school and who exemplifies the qualities that the study seeks to instill in all of its students. The Eve Marshall Award this year is presented to Abigail Sofin. Félicitations, Abigail. The Soga Citizenship Prize, offered by the Study Old Girls Association, is awarded to a student who has demonstrated integrity, hard work, and loyalty to the school. The Soga Award goes to Justine Mercier. And I'll hand it back to Ms. McGuinness.
Thank you, Madame Briand. Le prix de l'engagement est décerné à un élève d'11e année qui a été grandement impliqué dans de nombreux domaines à travers l'école. Les exemples incluraient, mais sans y limiter, l'athlétisme, le service communautaire, le travail scolaire et les arts. The recipient of this prize is a well-rounded student who applies herself with rigor and enthusiasm to all that she does. Her extensive involvement has included community service, athletics, and the arts. Academically, her results have been consistently exceptional. La gagnante est Talia Trottenberg. Félicitations, Talia. The Heads Award is given to the student who is clearly an ambassador for our school and exemplifies the spirit and mission of the study. Our winner has proven herself to be a curious, hardworking, and passionate about learning. Always ready to take on new challenges, she balanced the demands of a competitive gymnastics training schedule with rigorous academic demands through our Sports Flex program and showed incredible maturity at every step. She was a perfect fit for the elementary prefect position this year, as she genuinely appreciated her younger study sisters and looked forward to reporting on their achievements in the elementary school at our school assemblies. Passionate about the environment, she was a reliable member of the Studies Earth Club from the time of its inception and has been instrumental in generating new ideas for new projects and raising awareness amongst her peers. A sensitive, kind-hearted, and bright student, she has left an indelible mark on the school. Please congratulate the winner of this year's Head Award, Leah Milner. Congratulations, Leah. I would now like to ask Madame Julie Caron and Ms. Jessica Maroney, the grade 11 homeroom teachers, to come forward and say a few words about each graduate as we present them with their diplomas.
Emma Achegian. Emma a fait ses premiers pas de study en maternelle. Quelques années plus tard, dans la classe de Madame B, elle découvre les vertus du yoga. Et sa prédilection pour le sport ne fera que s'agrandir par la suite. Joueuse accomplie de soccer, Emma a défendu les couleurs de l'école au tournoi de Halifax et de Sherbrooke. Aimant discuter politique et actualité, Emma a participé au Parlement des jeunes à Québec en 2019 et au tournoi de débat à Ottawa. Cette année, elle a triomphé à la compétition du Canadian National French Debating et a été couronnée championne nationale. Aimant autant les sciences que les langues, Emma a été récipiendaire du prix Mary Lister-Hébert en sciences et technologies en 2016 et a remporté une médaille de bronze à la foire de sciences du Study. Mais Emma est particulièrement fière d'avoir remporté chaque année avec sa classe entière les Toonie Race, visant à amasser des fonds pour le Nicaragua. Elle continuera son parcours académique en sciences pures et appliquées au collège Marianopolis. Merci. Sheridan Balthazar. Sheridan was warmly welcomed when she arrived in grade 9, and she quickly made new friends who have become her close allies. Curious and open to other cultures, she enthusiastically began learning French, achieving fluency very quickly. She has been a member of the debate club and a member of the leadership conference committee. In a school band, she played the saxophone. At the holiday concert, she is proud to have delivered a solo that impressed her uncle and grandmother. Elected class prefect in grade 11, Sheridan has proven to be an efficient, organized, and cohesive leader. Always looking for new challenges, Sheridan signed up for the Duke of Edinburgh trip. As the coyotes sang into the moonlight, Sheridan and her companions gathered in a small tent and overcame their fears together for the sake of one of her best experiences at the study. Next year, Sheridan will attend the Health Sciences program at Marianopolis College. Joyce Choi. Joyce est arrivée au study en 4e année et s'est immédiatement lancée dans des clubs et comités. Robotique, défi Let's Talk Science, Nicaragua, conférence de leadership, biostem, volleyball, natation. Joyce adore vivre de nouvelles expériences, ce qui l'a menée jusqu'en Angleterre dans le cadre de l'échange scolaire avec Birmingham. Elle a représenté l'orchestre de l'école à New York et disputé des tournois Bishop avec l'équipe de basket. Elle a remporté des médailles d'or à la foire et au triathlon de mathématiques et cette aisance avec les chiffres leur a bien aidé dans ses responsabilités d'inventaire et d'opération de TOC, le magasin de friandises de l'école. Joyce aime répandre la joie autour d'elle. On la voit souvent courir par-ci, par-là, pour ramasser les plus beaux souvenirs et photos de l'année pour le yearbook, l'album de fin d'année. Souvenirs qui feront sourire petites et grandes pour des générations à venir. Elle s'est beaucoup investie dans le yearbook depuis 2 ans et y laisse certainement son empreinte. Joyce poursuivra ses études en sciences de la santé au collège Marianopolis. Danae Anastasia Christopoulos. Danae Anastasia a fait ses débuts au study à la maternelle. Cette lifer, reconnue pour sa courtoisie et son efficacité, s'est toujours impliquée dans la vie communautaire du study. Elle a initié le programme de tutorat pour les filles du primaire et s'est méritée l'honneur du prix Leaders of Tomorrow Nancy Swear. Compétitive, Danae Anastasia a contribué à la médaille d'argent de l'équipe de tennis en 2019 et en 2018 et a été couronnée joueuse All-Star en 2017. Douée pour les langues autant que pour les sciences, Danae Anastasia s'est souvent qualifiée pour les finales des concours d'art oratoire du QAS en anglais et en français et a remporté des médailles d'argent aux foires de sciences et de mathématiques, allant même cette année jusqu'à gagner le concours de mathématiques Hypatia de Waterloo. Membre de la chorale de l'école, elle garde de merveilleux souvenirs de la performance du groupe au Carnegie Hall de New York. Danae Anastasia sera accueillie par le Collège Marianopolis l'an prochain dans le programme Arts and Science. Claire Dadoun. Claire a rejoint les rangs du Study en 7e année. Éloquente, elle s'est maintes fois illustrée au concours d'art oratoire et de poésie, à la fois en anglais et en français. Elle a signé des articles dans le journal Hillside de l'école et a obtenu une mention honorable au concours du barreau Right for Justice. Membre de l'équipe de débat Model UN, Claire a siégé à la 65e session de la Commission des Nations Unies sur la condition de la femme en mars 2021. Artiste talentueuse en affaires, Claire a démarré pour son projet intégrateur en 11e année sa propre entreprise de fabrication de bijoux, CD Boutique, sur Etsy, avec succès. Elle a aussi mis sa vision artistique au service de ses camarades en signant le logo et le design complet du chandail définissante. J'ai l'honneur d'annoncer que cette année, Claire est lauréate du prix Éducation financière de la 11e année. L'an prochain, Claire se lancera dans un autre de ses champs d'intérêt, les sciences de la santé au Collège Dawson. Sophia Laura Darmo-Cavalier. Sophia Laura est une fière lifer qui s'épanouit entre les murs du Study depuis la maternelle. Elle a remporté en 8e année un prix de mathématiques lors du concours de Waterloo. Membre des équipes de volleyball, de basketball et de badminton, Sophia Laura a participé au tournoi du CAS et est appréciée pour son esprit d'équipe. Son voyage humanitaire aux îles Galapagos a été un moment phare de ses années du secondaire. Sophia Laura y a aidé à peindre un stade, à planter un jardin communautaire. Elle a appris à manier une machette pour couper des arbres morts et à même nager avec des requins. La joie de vivre et de survivre de Sophia Laura l'ont aussi poussée à s'inscrire au défi du Duke of Edinburgh, un voyage durant lequel elle aura surmonté sa peur d'être dévorée, non par des coyotes, mais par des ratons laveurs, et où elle aura appris à purifier de l'eau et à prendre soin de l'environnement. Sophia Laura est définitivement prête à relever tous les défis. L'an prochain, elle fréquentera le Collège Marianopolis en sciences pures et appliquées. Meenakshi D. Meenakshi s'est jointe à la famille du Study en 7e année. Dès son arrivée, elle s'est impliquée dans la chorale et l'orchestre de l'école, remportant même la médaille d'or lors de la compétition de musique à New York. Un vrai miracle, considérant que le groupe avait égaré un instrument très important à la performance, un rain stick. C'est avec un tube sommaire imitant un bâton de pluie que Meenakshi a assuré la performance de la pièce Arabian Nights sans craquer. Elle deviendra plus tard percussion head au sein de l'orchestre. En 7e année toujours, Meenakshi et sa partenaire ont gagné la médaille de bronze à la foire de mathématiques avec des prototypes miniatures visant à tester la structure et l'architecture des ponts. Elle a aussi remporté une médaille d'argent à la foire de sciences en 2018. Cette année, Meenakshi a co-présidé le comité des arts avec créativité. J'ai l'honneur d'annoncer que Meenakshi remporte le prix de musique de la 11e année. Elle poursuivra son parcours académique en sciences pures et appliquées au Collège Marianopolis. Chiara Ferry. Chiara Ferry, arrivée à The Study en maternelle, s'est dévouée à la vie étudiante et communautaire avec enthousiasme. En tant que househead de Mu Gamma, préfet ou coprésidente du comité des arts, Chiara a énergisé les troupes et contribué à mettre de l'avant les talents de chacune. Cette lifer très active est une grande fan des journées de sport et des semaines de spirit. Férue de soccer, Chiara a participé au tournoi de soccer du CAS à Toronto et s'est démarquée par son esprit d'équipe, pour lequel elle a été récompensée par le prix du Junior Sportsmanship en 8e année. Sélectionnée pour participer à l'échange en Australie avec la Writing School de Melbourne, Chiara a vécu une expérience inoubliable à laquelle elle a fait honneur. En 9e année, Chiara a obtenu le prix Mary Lee Strasberg de sciences et technologies. J'ai l'honneur d'annoncer que Chiara est la lauréate du prix d'éducation physique et du prix de psychologie AP de la 11e année. L'an prochain, Chiara suivra le programme des sciences de la santé au collège Marianopolis. Sophie Gélina. Sophie est arrivée au study en 8e année, en plein mois de janvier. Mais rien n'est à l'épreuve de cette élève qui aime relever des défis. En 9e année, elle joue de la clarinette avec l'orchestre de l'école et vit une de ses plus belles expériences lors du voyage de l'orchestre à Toronto. Polyvalente, Sophie a remporté des prix dans le domaine des langues, par exemple pour l'essai Alexander Hutchison ou lors des concours d'oratoire du QAS. Elle a aussi remporté la bourse du Trillium et porte un vif intérêt pour les sciences et les mathématiques. En 2020, Sophie gagne le prix Christy French-Czerwinski, récompensant une habileté et un intérêt marqué pour les sciences. J'ai l'honneur d'annoncer que cette année, Sophie est la lauréate de 5 prix de la 11e année: AP Calculus, AP Chimie, Anglais, Français et prix de physique. Dawson College accueillera Sophie en septembre prochain dans le programme enrichi des sciences pures et appliquées. Alexandra Kane. Depuis son arrivée à The Study en maternelle, Alexandra est mue par la curiosité et l'amour du savoir. Ainsi, cette lifer a passé des heures en 8e année à analyser différents échantillons d'air pour la foire de sciences en collaboration avec sa partenaire et un chercheur scientifique, ce qui lui a valu la médaille d'or. Alexandra a été préfet, ambassadrice et coprésidente du comité pour la conférence de leadership. En 9e année, Alexandra s'est lancée dans un échange scolaire de 6 semaines avec l'Angleterre, une expérience enrichissante qui l'aura préparée à d'autres défis, comme son voyage pour Dukoved. Escalade en montagne, nuit en campement, menaces potentielles, non pas de coyotes ni de ratons laveurs, mais cette fois d'ours sauvages. Alexandra aura triomphé de tout. Aimant sortir des sentiers battus, Alexandra a choisi de poursuivre ses études postsecondaires à l'école Brentwood College. Olivia Lopez. Depuis qu'elle s'est jointe à l'école de study en 7e année, Olivia a fait ses preuves dans les équipes de soccer, de flag football et de hockey et a particulièrement aimé participer aux tournois à travers le pays. Fière ambassadrice lors des portes ouvertes, Olivia a aussi représenté la communauté du study à l'étranger lors du voyage humanitaire aux îles Galapagos. Cette année, Olivia a mis ses talents en mathématiques et en comptabilité au service de ses camarades en tant que trésorière au sein du conseil étudiant. Olivia quitte The Study avec de bons souvenirs de son voyage du Dukoved et des amis qu'elle s'est faite. Elle sera chaleureusement accueillie au collège Marianopolis l'année prochaine dans le programme des sciences de la santé. Leah Annick Milner. Leah Annick Milner a rejoint la communauté de study en 5e année. En 6e année déjà, avec le voyage à Ottawa, elle découvrait le plaisir d'être autonome et indépendante au marché aux puces d'Ottawa. Cette gymnaste accomplie a su pirouetter entre ses entraînements quotidiens et le programme du study avec grâce et aisance, tout en gâtant ses pairs de savoureuses créations culinaires. Quel accomplissement! En 2020, Leah Annick a remporté le Fellowship STEM de McGill et a eu l'honneur de suivre en laboratoire le travail d'un spécialiste des sciences neurologiques. Leah Annick a pris plaisir à développer son leadership auprès des petites et des grandes. Préfet de l'école primaire au sein du conseil étudiant, househead, préfet de classe, membre du comité environnemental, voilà autant d'expériences qui l'auront marqué. C'est l'école Lower Canada College qui accueillera Leah Annick l'an prochain en 12e année. Cindy Pan. Cindy s'est jointe à la famille du study en 6e année. Intéressée par toutes sortes de clubs et d'activités, Cindy a été membre de plusieurs d'entre eux. Elle s'est inscrite à l'équipe de débat sous les suggestions de plusieurs professeurs. Si elle a participé à son premier tournoi un peu en blague, elle s'est cependant qualifiée pour les championnats nationaux dès ses débuts. Quel accomplissement! Cindy participera à plusieurs tournois de débat par la suite et apprendra à livrer des performances sous pression, ce qu'elle a fini par apprécier au fil du temps. Elle garde d'excellents souvenirs des foires de sciences et de mathématiques et est particulièrement reconnaissante d'avoir eu l'opportunité de compléter le cours avancé AP Calculus avec Madame Joujou. C'est le collège Marianopolis qui accueillera Cindy l'an prochain dans le programme des sciences pures et appliquées. Abigail Sofin. Capitaine des sports et fille de The Study depuis la 7e année, Abigail Sofin s'est attirée le respect de ses compagnes avec son énergie débordante. Elle a été membre des équipes de soccer, flag football et de hockey et a animé avec ses compagnes, avec les rythmes prenants de son club de danse, de nombreuses récréations. Abigail a été househead de Capero, préfet chaque année du secondaire, coprésidente du comité Splash and Dash, membre du club de l'environnement, et elle a complété la médaille de bronze du Duke of Edinburgh. Abigail est aussi la reine des jeux de mots qui font sourire, ces fameux puns of the day. Et elle a joué dans la pièce Peter and the Starcatcher. D'autres performances sur scène constituent de beaux souvenirs pour Abigail, son premier prix au concours d'art oratoire de la 10e année, et surtout la danse Rolex avec sa sœur Émilie lors du talent show de la 9e année. Récipiendaire de la bourse Margaret Gascoigne et du prix de mérite de la 7e année, Abigail s'est aussi illustrée lors des foires de mathématiques et de sciences avec des médailles d'argent et de bronze. L'an prochain, Abigail poursuivra ses études dans le programme enrichi des sciences de la santé de Marianopolis. Mia Su. Mia Su est une autre lifer qui est arrivée en maternelle à The Study. Elle a grandi entre nos murs et s'est épanouie dans les arts et dans les sciences. Éprise de musique, Mia a été un membre actif de l'orchestre de l'école et a joué dans les halles de New York et de Boston lors des compétitions internationales de la 8e et de la 9e année. Mia s'intéresse aussi aux grands enjeux de société et au sein de l'équipe de débat, elle a participé à des tournois nationaux où elle a remporté divers prix. Elle a aussi cofondé le club BioSTEM et a obtenu la bourse de mathématiques et de sciences Funnell-Wernicker. Mia gardera en mémoire les amitiés fortes nouées dans la communauté. Elle sera accueillie à Marianopolis l'an prochain dans le programme enrichi des sciences de la santé. Talia Emily Schottenberg. Talia Emily est une lifer qui a joint les rangs du study en maternelle. Talia Emily est une vraie fonceuse qui a plongé tête première dans les opportunités qui se sont présentées. Côté leadership, elle a été présidente du club de débat Grad Head. Côté sport, elle a joué entre autres pour les équipes de golf, de soccer, de hockey, de volleyball, de basketball. Côté sciences, elle a participé à Technovation, au World Scholars Cup et a remporté plusieurs prix lors des expos sciences au niveau régional, dont celui d'Hydro-Québec. Du côté arts et langues, Talia Emily a remporté les prix de mandarin et de musique en 2016, le prix de poésie au QAS en 2017 et le prix pour l'essai Alexander Hutchison en 2018. Sa grande passion, le débat, lui a fait parcourir avec son équipe le Canada d'est en ouest. Et Talia Emily s'est maintes fois illustrée lors des tournois nationaux ou provinciaux. Mais ce qu'elle a apprécié par-dessus tout a été de tisser de forts liens d'amitié. J'ai l'honneur d'annoncer que Talia Emily est lauréate de la bourse Director General Student Life attribuée par le Collège Marianopolis. Elle y poursuivra ses études en sciences de la santé. Anna Wu. Anna Wu a été chaleureusement accueillie par la petite famille du study en 9e année. Elle a dû rapidement relever le défi d'apprendre une nouvelle langue, le français, tout en s'adaptant à un nouvel environnement, ce qui est tout à son honneur. Férue de musique, Anna joue du violon et de la flûte traversière et a été un membre actif de l'orchestre de l'école. Elle est aussi une artiste accomplie, s'intéressant au dessin et à l'animation numérique. Par ailleurs, Anna a remporté des prix dans quelques concours de mathématiques, comme le Beaver Computing Challenge, et a fait partie du club de mathématiques de la 10e année. Elle poursuivra ses études au Collège Marianopolis en sciences pures et appliquées.
Alexa Joanna Argidis. The study warmly welcomed Joanna in grade 7, where she has since made a lasting impression on her teachers and peers alike, be it co-directing this year's junior and senior plays, exploring the streets of New York and Toronto while on band trips with friends, ranking first place in the QAIS public speaking competition, or benefiting from the numerous extracurricular activities the study has to offer. Joanna has developed a love of learning across various disciplines. When asked about some of her fondest memories at the study, Joanna remembers her very first day, where she was greeted by fellow graduate Erin, despite being covered in bright blue frosting from her special Mu Gamma cupcake. The relationships formed and experiences shared have made a lasting impression on her, which she will carry with her as she is welcomed into the Honors Health Sciences program at Marianopolis College come fall. Leah Bishop. Leah began her academic career at the study in kindergarten and is one of 16 graduating lifers today. Always with a smile on her face, Leah's positive outlook is contagious. Some of her fondest memories include the Duke of Edinburgh camping trip, participating in the 2018 Regional Science Fair with fellow graduate Talia, where they won a silver medal and the Hydro-Quebec Award, and learning different accents in drama class, a skill that was particularly useful in last year's class readings of Shakespeare's Macbeth. Her impression of the witches is surely a lasting memory. Leah has formed lifelong bonds with her classmates. She leaves the study, or as she calls it, her second home, with deep appreciation for her teachers and the warm environment through which she was able to thrive. She will begin her next chapter studying commerce at Marianopolis College. Katrina Milan Ryan Bruno. Katrina began her study career in kindergarten, where she remembers her very first day, scared to leave her mother behind in our front lobby until approached by fellow graduate Talia with a simple, "Hi." As a proud lifer, Katrina has cultivated numerous memories and involved herself in a number of clubs and activities. She remembers her class trip to Quebec City in grade 6 and a rather complicated story involving a haunted house and a ghost. Lunch hours spent in Madame Joujou's mall club, and most notably her grade 10 law class trip to the Palais de Justice, where she witnessed real cases and was inspired to pursue law in the future. Katrina leaves us with cherished memories, lifelong friends. She begins her new chapter at Marianopolis College studying honors, law, society, and justice in the fall. Marielle Boucher. Marielle was warmly welcomed to the study in grade 7 and has been involved in various areas of school life ever since. On house days, you could always rely on Marielle, Kappa Rho's very own sub-house head, to energize her peers. She has truly enjoyed being a member of the force, organizing activities that foster a strong sense of community, which is something Marielle appreciates most about our small school. Some of her fondest memories include the school trip to Italy in grade 9, our annual Girls for the Cure walks, and being an active member of the school's soccer and tennis teams. It is through these experiences that Marielle has fostered close relationships with her peers and teachers alike. Marielle leaves the study with a deep appreciation for the resources and support received, which she will carry with her as she moves on to Collège Brébeuf, studying law, society, and justice. Sarah Campo. Head girl Sarah has brightened the hallways of the study ever since her arrival in kindergarten. A proud lifer, Sarah has been an integral part of our student life long before joining the ranks of Student Council this year. She and her sister Alexa, fellow study student, have been performing for us for years. Sarah's energy and joie de vivre is contagious. She has a remarkable way of turning any situation, no matter how stressful or uncomfortable, into one filled with laughter, though often her own. From participating in talent shows as a kindergartner, traveling to Italy in grade 9, school plays, and dancing with the staff with Madame Champagne, where they received an honorable mention, or simply laughing and talking with friends during lunch, Sarah has built unmistakable bonds with her teachers and peers that will surely last a lifetime. Sarah is grateful for all the support and encouragement that she has received at the study, and especially from Madame Marinet and the enrichment team. It is this connection to our small yet strong community that helped cement her decision to attend Collégiale Internationale Saint-Anne, studying administration marketing in the fall. Serena Cohen. The study warmly welcomed Serena in grade 7, where she quickly became an important member of school life. Despite her seemingly quiet presence in class, Serena's voice is heard on her own terms. She is proud of her participation in the Parlement des Jeunes, as well as the Youth Model UN, where she and her peers engaged in creating new laws and forming solutions that affected countries around the world. Serena has served as a member of our Nicaragua Scholarship Committee and recognizes the importance of education, support, and opportunity, all of which she accredits to her time here at the study. She is also proud of her participation on the school's cross-country team. Serena leaves us with numerous friendships, confidence, and preparedness to embark on her next chapter. She will be warmly welcomed by Marianopolis College, studying honors social science in the fall. Sophia Crean. Since first joining the study in kindergarten, Sophia has curated a long list of memorable experiences, completing the Duke of Edinburgh bronze trip, participating in the study science fair, and later winning the McGill University Department of Plant Science Award with distinction, traveling to Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands as part of the study's community service trip, and participating on several study sports teams such as track and field, flag football, soccer, badminton, and cross-country running. As a proud lifer, Sophia is grateful for the friendships she has formed and will continue to foster a strong connection to the study among her graduating class. She will be joining the ranks of our Soga Alumni Network as this year's prefect, alongside her aunt, Diana Gregory, class of 79, her cousin, Samantha Backman, class of 12, and her sister, Lily Crean, class of 19. Sophia leaves the study with a deep appreciation for her teachers and is eager to begin her next chapter studying honors commerce at Marianopolis College. Isabella Dennis. Isabella began her academic career at the study in kindergarten and is another proud graduating lifer. Throughout her 12 years, Isabella's fondest memories include her elementary trips to Quebec City and Ottawa, her more recent Duke of Edinburgh adventures where she camped with her study sisters for the very first time. Be it playing for the school's hockey team or organizing the Haunted House for Bazaar, Isabella has cultivated many friendships and experiences that have made a lasting impression and will carry her forward to new and exciting adventures. She will be welcomed by Marianopolis College studying social sciences in the fall. Sophia Digenova. Sports captain and study girl since grade 7, Sophia has played an integral role in her time here at the study. She participated on the Galapagos Islands community service trip where she strengthened bonds with her teachers and peers. As a student athlete, Sophia has garnered respect from her teammates and coaches alike. She participated in a number of school sports teams and fondly remembers the BCS tournaments. Sophia has been recognized in previous years as Junior Athlete of the Year and Senior Dedication Award. Her experience with team sports prepared her for the most challenging and rewarding role in her graduating year, that of a student council member. Sophia has appreciated the weekly meetings full of fun and laughter. Today, Sophia joins her sister, Victoria, class of 10, and as a study alumni, and will continue to foster strong bonds among teammates playing for Dawson College's Division II basketball team as she studies environmental science in the fall. Don't forget your diploma. You need that, Sophia. Jialin Cindy Ding. While Jialin only recently joined our study community last year in grade 10, she has since exuded the qualities of a longtime study girl. She balanced our classrooms with her calm and demure character and will always remember the warm welcome she received when she first walked through our doors. Jialin quickly joined our school choir and enjoyed performing in our holiday concerts playing the flute. Her strengths and interest in math made her an excellent addition to the grade 10 math club. It is my distinct pleasure to award Jialin as the recipient of this year's chemistry prize. She will be welcomed by Marianopolis College studying pure and applied sciences come fall. Kai Emino. Kai joined the study in grade 7 and has left a memorable mark on her peers and faculty. Kai has curated a genuine interest in many subjects and recalls some of her fondest memories being her participation in the Model UN study hockey team, despite a low, or rather non-existent winning streak, and our infamously long lines at the Panini Press. It is my distinct pleasure to announce Kai as the recipient of this year's Creativity and Ethics Prize. She leaves the study with great appreciation for her teachers as well as lifelong friends who will always occupy a special place in her heart. Kai is eager to begin a new chapter at Dawson College studying psychology in the fall. Arwen Fang. Arwen began her academic career at the study in kindergarten and is another graduating lifer from this year's class. Throughout her many years, Arwen has involved herself in a number of clubs and activities. She is an important member of this year's student council and has spent countless hours editing videos for the entire school to enjoy. More notable, however, is her participation and dedication to the arts program. Arwen holds many memories from band trips, sightseeing and shopping with friends, but she is particularly proud of her work putting on drama productions such as Peter and the Starcatcher and co-directing this year's junior and senior plays. It is my distinct honor to announce Arwen as the recipient of this year's Advanced Stagecraft Prize. Arwen will continue to, as she says, adapt and endure next year as she continues her studies in health sciences at Marianopolis College. Mariam Karim. Mariam first joined the study in grade 6 and has been involved in various areas of school life ever since. In fact, the list is quite long. Mariam is a member of the Force and Delta Beta subhead. She has sat on the Girls for the Cure committee and served as this year's co-chair of the Splash and Dash. As a member of the Young Women in Bio Ambassador program, she was inspired to co-found the school's very first BioSTEM club, which holds 15 members. Mariam will fondly remember French class, where she and her peers would fight over the comfy chairs, and grade 10 science classes, where she truly discovered her passion. Mariam will begin a new chapter at Marianopolis College in the health science program next year. Enyi Erin Lee. The study was eager to welcome Enyi in grade 7, where she quickly and excitedly made her first group of friends since arriving in Canada. Over the years, she has participated in many areas of student life, such as singing in our school choir, participating in Technovation challenges, and creating the app Room Hatch with her peers. Enyi traveled to Italy with the school in grade 9 and served as this year's Bazaar co-chair. Enyi leaves the study with great appreciation for her teachers for their support and guidance. She will be warmly welcomed by Lower Canada College, where she is sure to be an asset to their pre-university program come fall. Jenny Shuhang Lin. Jenny first joined the study in grade 9 and remembers being welcomed by her peers with open arms. She immediately began involving herself in student life, whether it was energizing her fellow Delta Betas on House Day or showing off her calligraphy skills by designing leadership posters. Above all this, Jenny is most proud to have been elected onto this year's Student Council as our secretary. She has enjoyed filming videos and finding creative ways to encourage school spirit among our students despite the unorthodox year. Jenny is marked by the degree of care from her teachers towards their students and will be joining the ranks of Marianopolis College next year studying honors commerce. Laura Margaret Ann McDonald Palmer. Laura first joined the study in grade 5 and has left a memorable mark on her peers and faculty. As Beta Lambda subhead and Force member of the past 2 years, Laura has worked hard to create memorable experiences for all students on house days. This also allowed her the opportunity to work alongside students, particularly in younger grades, with whom she formed strong bonds. She is a proud member of the school's GSA club and will remember their weekly meetings spent by our school garden discussing anything and everything. Laura's genuine interest in literature and drama lended itself to some of her most memorable moments, especially co-directing this year's junior and senior plays. Laura now joins her sister Isabel, class of 19, as a study alumnae. She leaves the study with deep appreciation for the experiences shared between her and her classmates. Next year, Laura will continue to develop her passions while studying honors liberal arts at Dawson College. Bianca Maselli. One of Bianca's distinct skills is her ability to leave a lasting impression on everyone she meets, and she's been doing so since joining the study in kindergarten. As a proud lifer, Bianca has formed numerous memories throughout her 12 years, soccer tournaments or Duke of Edinburgh trips with one too many late nights spent laughing with friends, competing and winning debate tournaments, her Australian exchange to Perth, or more recently, dancing and blasting music around at Sports Day. Bianca has noted her appreciation for the school's openness to new ideas and perspectives. This year, she served as community service head and would often act as an advocate for a variety of voices, be it within the classroom or while reading case studies. I am pleased to announce Bianca as the recipient of this year's Law Prize. She leaves the study with deep appreciation for the teachers and staff members who are always there to lend a helpful ear. Bianca is eager to begin a new chapter studying honor social sciences at Marianopolis College next year. Justine Mercier. Justine began her study career in kindergarten, another proud lifer from this year's graduating class. Despite her seemingly quiet presence, Justine has been projecting her voice for the school choir for several years. She will fondly remember the choir trip to New York in 2017 and being invited to sing at Carnegie Hall with her fellow peers in 2018. She is also a proud member of the school golf team and won Most Valuable Player at our last athletics banquet in 2019. Those closest to Justine know her as one of the most humble, hardworking, and dedicated students. She is most thankful for the friendships she has cultivated throughout her 12 years and all the help she received from the enrichment team. Justine is eager to apply all that she has learned in her next venture, studying health sciences at Collège Préboeuf come fall. Gloria Perez Givio. I did not say that right, I'm sorry, Gloria. Gloria joined the study community in grade 4. Respected by her peers and teachers alike, she is viewed as a leader in the classroom and has served as class prefect from grades 5 to 11. Gloria has been an integral member of our school soccer team and holds fond memories of time spent at the King City and Stansted tournaments. She truly believes that the study has sated her curiosity, be it traveling to Ottawa for Remembrance Day, participating in math and science fairs, or building a fully functioning car in technology class last year. Her genuine passion and love of learning surpasses many subjects, making it my distinct privilege to announce Gloria as the recipient of this year's History Prize. She will continue to foster her love of learning at Lower Canada College in the pre-university program next year. Juliette Perez Givas. Juliette has brightened the hallways of the study ever since her arrival in kindergarten. As a proud lifer and Beta Lambda house head, Juliette's funny sense of humor and quirky personality are only two on a very long list of reasons why she will leave a memorable mark on her peers and faculty. Some of her fondest memories include traveling to Italy in grade 9, being a member of the school's volleyball and tennis teams with her dear friends, and our annual Girls for the Cure walks, where she enjoyed hearing from people's personal experiences and how they overcame their hardships. Juliette has always felt comfortable sharing laughs with her teachers and friends and will miss our school's warm-hearted and comfortable environment that has been her home for the past 12 years. Juliette will be joining the ranks of Marianopolis College studying commerce next year. Yu Chen Song. Yu Chen became a member of our study family in grade 9. Though not always one to willingly voice her opinions, when asked to reflect on her time at the study, Yu Chen wrote me a short novel. Keywords included vivid, beautiful, and precious. She views her time at the study as a period of transition, one where she was encouraged to think critically and discover the value in cherishing every moment, be it singing in the school choir during our celebration of the arts or having a simple conversation with friends. Yu Chen will miss the supportive environment that eventually became a second home and leaves the study as, to use her own words, a better version of herself. Yu Chen is ready to take on the next stage of her life studying health sciences at Marianopolis College in the fall. Ada Liran Wong. Ada was warmly welcomed by the study in grade 9 and has since been collecting a list of moments that have contributed to her confidence and growth. She remembers her very first book club presentation where her peers heard the depth of her ideas for the first time. She remembers a day where she curled her hair and everyone noticed and paid her several compliments. She remembers a particularly stressful day during Francisation, overwhelmed by learning French for the first time and the comfort she received from Madame Mélanie. She remembers the day she scored 100% on a history test. Above all, she remembers the warmth and support she received from her teachers and peers from her first to her last day as a study student, and will carry these moments with her as she begins her new chapter in the pre-university program at Lower Canada College in the fall. Ella Zednick. Though Ella only recently joined us at the start of her grade 11 year, she exudes the qualities of a longtime steady girl. She is thoughtful, unassuming, and kind. Though first days can always seem a little daunting, Ella will always remember the warm welcome she received from her teachers and peers, and most enjoyed getting to know her soon-to-be friends on her very first Girls for the Cure walk. Ella has been a pleasant addition to this year's graduating class, and I'm only sorry that she hadn't joined us sooner. Next year, Ella will be attending Marianopolis College studying law, society, and justice.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the class of 2021. Thank you very much, Madame Caron and Ms. Maroney. I know that our graduates have enjoyed their time with you and greatly appreciate the care and concern you have given to each of them. You have been exceptional mentors for our students. I share in their gratitude for all that you have done to guide and support them. I would now like to address the graduates. Good afternoon. I am very happy to be giving my first closing ceremony speech as head of school to the class of 2021. Quelle joie de voir 40 charmants visages souriants ici ensemble pour cet événement spécial. I had to give a great deal of thought about what to speak about today. As my first closing ceremony speech, I of course wanted my words to be positive, as most graduation speeches are similar in content and address the successes you have and achieved to date and the exciting times that lie ahead for you. However, given these unusual times, I feel I would be remiss to not mention, you know what, COVID. However, I will leave these thoughts for a little later and ask your parents, faculty, and staff to cast their minds back to the year 2004. What happened back then? Well, most of you were born in that year. The world was excited, not only about your arrival, but also how the Spirit rover, which was launched by NASA in 2003, had landed on Mars in 2004. Paul Martin was the Prime Minister of Canada. Locally, Dorval Airport was named Montreal Trudeau International Airport. In terms of sports, from 2003 to 2004, the Montreal Canadiens played their 95th season. On the baseball front, 2004 was the Expos' 36th and final season in Montreal. If you've never heard of the Expos, just ask your parents. In the music world, Usher had the top single with Yeah. If you don't know this song, perhaps Amazing by George Michael may have been more to their liking. In fact, they may have listened to one of these songs while trying to get you to go back to sleep in the middle of the night. Pendant votre année de maternelle, un tremblement de terre de magnitude 7 a dévasté Haïti, faisant 235 000 victimes. Au cours des premiers mois de l'année 2020, quand vous y étiez en 10e année, des feux de forêt, des cyclones et des ouragans dominaient l'actualité. Et pourtant, personne n'avait la moindre idée de ce qui allait ensuite arriver. I recall hearing the word pandemic for the first time and thinking, this really is serious. I was in Toronto and recall conversations with Mrs. Sweer about how everyone was managing at the study. Although she assured me that learning was continuing, I was particularly thinking of the graduates and the impact that COVID would have upon them. Never would I have believed that the class of 2021 would also be affected. I don't think our Prime Minister felt this year's class would be affected either, for when he addressed post-secondary graduating classes in 2020, he spoke about unprecedented times, looking out for the vulnerable, and made reference to how the class of 1939 had just come out of the Depression, and in the face of unprecedented destruction, they chose to rebuild the world by rolling up their sleeves and pulling together. Well, here we are again. 2 weeks ago, American Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to all class of 2021 students during a CNN special. I quote, "You know now that you have what it takes to get through pretty much anything. So when you come back up against an obstacle, when you experience a setback, and you will, we all do, remember the resilience that you showed this past year, the determination. Remember that you have the strength to get through anything. Without a doubt, you have shown resilience, which comes as a result not only of your own efforts, but is due to the support of your families, teachers, and friends. Each day, your families guided and encouraged you, and your study teachers ensured that your learning continued, their way of showing how much they care. Your friends laughed with you and reminded you of the close bond you have formed. Once the ceremony is over, please remember to show your gratitude to all of these people in your lives. Vous serez une classe dont je me souviendrai toujours, avec fierté, comme ma première classe de diplômés en tant que directrice de l'école. Comptant plus de lifers que ces dernières années, j'ai remarqué votre dévouement à vos études, vos intérêts allant de la danse à la littérature et votre engagement envers des questions importantes, telles que la diversité et les actes de bonté et de générosité. Throughout the year, I recall you asking me such questions about graduation as, will we have a dance with boys? Should we buy dresses? I answered honestly and said that I did not know what the end of the year would look like as the situation continued to evolve. Well, here we are. Please remember that the study is very proud of you and that we look forward to having you return frequently as old girls and share stories of your adventures and successes with us. I am certain that there will be many. Be proud of yourselves and enjoy every moment of this special day. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you. There are so many members of our study community who have contributed to the tremendous success of the past school year. Members of the Study Board of Governors and Foundation have spent countless volunteer hours advising and ensuring the future success of the school. The SPA, our Study Parent Association, has spent many energetic hours supporting the school and celebrating our community in so many ways. Our parent community plays a key role as our valued partners. I ask our students and staff to join me in thanking our parents and other volunteers for all of the work they do to support our programs and enhance the study experience for all of us each year. I would also like this opportunity to thank those who will be leaving the study this year. To our director of the senior school, Ms. Patricia Briand, your 8 years of service to the study have been greatly appreciated. You are the proud parent of a study graduate from the class of 2020, and your dedication to your students, faculty, staff, and parents reflects the caring for which the study is known. Your contributions to the school have been many, and it has been a privilege and an honor to work with you this school year. You will be greatly missed by staff and faculty, parents, and students. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best. It is an honor to speak of Mrs. Susan Ormangeau, our Director of Communications and Marketing, who will be retiring after 14 years at the study. Her expertise, professionalism, and deep caring about the study are known by all. She is a proud parent of a study graduate from the class of 2003, as well as a former study board member from 1997 to 2005. I cannot imagine that Mrs. Ormangeau will really leave the study, as it has been such an important part of her life. However, I know that she is looking forward to spending more time with her husband, family, and friends, doing the myriad of things that she loves to do. Mrs. Ormangeau has played a large role in making certain that the strategic direction of the school is one which will provide a continued positive future for the study. You will be dearly missed, and we look forward to frequent visits in the future. Congratulations. We wish you both well as you embark on your new adventures. Notre école doit son succès en grande partie aux efforts de nos professeurs. Je remercie tous les membres du personnel de l'école pour leur énergie inépuisable et le soutien extraordinaire qu'ils ont accordé aux élèves et à leurs collègues. Merci, mes collègues. It is a long-standing tradition for the graduating class to gift the school with an item that honors their time with us. This year's graduating class legacy will be a redbud tree, which will be situated at the front entrance just behind the wooden bench. The redbud's unique heart-shaped leaves and vibrant pink spring blossoms make this a very beautiful tree. This year's graduating class knows that every time they come back home to the study, the tree will be there, firmly rooted in the ground, having grown just a little bit more upon each visit. On behalf of the study, I would like to thank our class of 2021 for their generous and thoughtful gift. Thank you, girls. It takes a great deal of preparation, hours, and attention to detail to organize an event like this, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank several colleagues for helping to organize today's ceremony. Thank you to my educational administration team of Ms. Briand and Ms. List, our Director of Communications and Marketing, Mrs. Susan Ormangeau, Director of Technology, Ms. Emily Iliogas, Director of Advancement, Katie Kostiuk, my Executive Assistant, Mrs. Franca Monaco, Senior School Assistant, Ms. Lorianne Daigle, Librarian, Ms. Sabrina Page, and our maintenance staff, Mr. Adrian Serrano, Mr. Carlos Gomez, and Mr. Antonio Rosas. I would also like to thank Mr. Sasha Matthew, our piper. Our formal ceremony has now come to a close. Please join us outside, yeah, it looks good, for some photos of the new study Old Girls. I thank you all for joining us, for the support throughout the year, and wish you all a wonderful and safe summer. Although this is the end of our graduation ceremony, it is the beginning of your lives as Soga Old Girls. Do come and visit us. Thank you so much, and may I ask that you please rise for the recessional.